Y'all, shout out to William, Lord Baltimore. What's up, Sussex Squad? Shout out to William, the Prince of Wales, for single-handedly being the person that's going to bring down the UK monarchy. You guys, if you don't know, Harry just popped into the UK. Charles rolled the red carpet out for him. It looks like he got a security back. It looks like Charles is trying to convince Harry to maybe pick up some of his duties. William is furious that you would think Charles only has one son. We have not seen, and neither has Charles, hide nor hear of William. Because if you don't know, William still hasn't visited his dad. But Harry flew overseas. They had a great meeting, and Charles was left smiling. Now, listen, it wouldn't be Charles if he wasn't playing dumb reindeer games with Harry. We'll talk about that because you know the royals just have to punish. We'll talk about that in a different video, but can we talk about the way William is throwing a hissy fit, a temper tantrum, doing everything he can? Do you know that Harry, who came out to see their father who's dying of cancer, first William, well, we don't know if he's dying, but he seems very, very sick, or at least that's what he led Harry to believe. Because why else would Harry get on a plane for basically 14 hours to literally meet with his dad? Why indeed? Well, guess what? William, the other brother, remember that expose when he was trying to look all noble and he made himself look insignificant? William, the other brother, William, the king, the soon-to-be king that nobody cares about, William, the cowardice, because he should be stepping into his regency, but he refuses to step up for work. William, the man that we're still wondering what's going on with your wife and where's she at, because Kate has to be in a bad way that they even announced Charles's cancer. They even announced Charles's cancer, and Kate still hasn't said anything, even issued a statement. Yeah, William wants us to know that he's never, ever, 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 ever going to talk to Harry. William, you're going to have to wait a little while. Or maybe he wants Harry to know that he plans on Charles being gone in a second, and Harry's still going to be an outcast. William, you are so insignificant. And if this pseudo regency that William could have stepped into, because William, by his own account, said that he's known that Charles's health has been bad for quite a few months, and he's known about this cancer diagnosis for at least 2 weeks, and you still said you were taken off to May. How lazy do you have to be? How disgusting do you have to be? How work-shy do you have to be? Well, guess what? Prince William says he has no plans to see Harry during the UK trip to Charles's visit, despite Harry's hopes. William, do you understand how stupid you sound? How stupid you look? Harry's there again. It's Harry's father, right? He got love. He clearly loves that man, right? This is Harry's father. You up here talking about something you're not going to see. He didn't come to see you, man. He came to see the person dying of cancer. Well, that has cancer. He came to maybe check on Kate, because apparently you feel the same way about Kate. Because when's the last time you seen that woman? And apparently Sleeping Beauty is at her mama's house, and the kids are being taken care of by her mama and Nanny Maria. And you are off in the wind hiding because you don't have the gumption or the skills to step into a de facto regency. But again, you're mad that Harry is plastered all over the papers. Listen to this mess. Prince Harry has flown back to the UK and been embraced by Charles. But the odd thing is, William, you're the one responsible for bringing your nemesis back. Because the reason why Charles probably even reached out to Harry is because you refused to pick up a workload. And you knew that Charles was sick and still said you weren't going to work till May to be by your wife's side, who you can't stand, that don't even live in the same house with you. But I digress. Let's go. Since Prince Harry has flown back to the UK to see his father, King Charles, following his cancer diagnosis, and sources say he would have gladly accepted an opportunity to meet his older brother, Prince William. Now, this is in the Mirror and the Daily Mail, so I'm guessing that William's the one putting this out, because you know Harry don't mess with him. William has no plans to meet Prince Harry after he flew to the UK today, to be by the ailing king's side following his cancer diagnosis. Again, William has still not been to see his father. He didn't see him in the hospital. He hasn't said anything or gone to see Charles. And they live like what, an hour apart? The Prince of Wales remains focused on looking after his wife, Kate, who's recovering from abdominal surgery and is taking extended leave from public duties until after Easter. Sources said, now, can we just talk about Kate? Because this is getting more and more weird. The palace said that it wasn't a major surgery, right? The palace said that it was such a little deal that her kids didn't even need to see her. And her family didn't even need to go visit. And William, her beloved husband, only had to visit one time in 2 weeks. But now all of a sudden, Kate, who has a nanny, a baker, a candlestick maker, she has her whole family. They have a full staff, both of them. William can't go see his dad, who's ailing from cancer, because what is he doing for Kate? I dare you to say he's sitting by lovingly holding her hand, please. Unless he's making Rose Hanbury put on a Kate. Literally, he took a cutout from Kate's picture, right? And put it on Rose's face, even though Rose's face is droopy, just like Kate. Shout out to those English roses. May their inbred genetics reign supreme. The crazy part is Kate has commoner blood, so she's not inbred. I would think not. So why is her face sagging, like aging like old milk? Maybe it's karma, maybe it's soul, or maybe it's all those delicious cocktails that the palace made for Kate to be able to sleep and endure the years of degradation and humiliation finally caught up to her. Go watch my video. It's called William's Dangerous Secret. And it's basically about how the palace kept Kate so docile. I'm just saying, get into the royal playlist. Anyway, let's get into what William has to say, since he's mad he can't get any coverage. Also, the UK press is kissing Harry's butt. So, you know, William is so mad about that. He can't even get a racist article printed about Meghan Markle. You know they're thirsty for some real glamour. Anyway, William is due to return to public work tomorrow, carrying out an investiture at Windsor Castle in the morning and later attending a gala for the London Air Force ambulance in the evening. How about you get your butt up and go visit some cancer patients? How about you actually open up your bank account and literally give money to some cancer charities? How about you actually go to something for maybe women against abuse, or do something for women with abdominal surgery, an air ambulance? William, there's something wrong with him. He is King Joffrey without the charisma, and that's saying nothing, the smarts or the appeal. Mark my words. But you know what? I love to see it. Let's keep getting into this. William's he's so disgusting. Harry has cleared his diary to fly to London to be with his father despite their troubled relationship, raising concerns about the seriousness of the king's health. He was pictured arriving at Clarence's house to visit his father that afternoon. Again, they were all smalls. Sources close to Harry, who now lives in Montecito, California, have suggested he would have welcomed an opportunity to meet with William if the opportunity would arise. But William never misses an opportunity to be petty and miss the point. They said Harry's primary reason to travel to the UK is to visit his father. If their opportunity would arise to see William, the Prince of Wales, then the Duke would have gladly accepted it. The king personally called both his sons, as well as his siblings, Princess Royale, the Duke of York, and the Duke of Edinburgh, to inform them of his cancer diagnosis last week. William still didn't go and see him. He didn't even go see him in the hospital. Palace officials confirm Harry is understood to have agreed to delay his visit to the UK until the public announcement was made by Buckingham Palace on Monday evening. So Harry was ready to go see his dad last week. William was an hour away, didn't do anything. A source close to William said, because he's petty, the prince's main focus is on his wife, who's recovering from surgery, his 3 children, and now his father. There are no plans for Harry to visit to act as some kind of vehicle for reconciliation. It's not known when Harry will visit his father. Well, it has been known. This was written a couple of hours ago. Listen, Harry's black Range Rover was pictured arriving at a private terminal at Los Angeles International Airport before he boarded a flight. Again, Harry's got a security detail back. We don't know if Harry plans to stay at a hotel in central London or be close to the king or stay at Windsor. We don't know whether he's going to stay at Frogmore Cottage. Interesting enough, Frogmore Cottage is still sitting there empty. They haven't Airbnb'd out. They don't want anybody staying there. They just took it away from Harry and Meghan in order to hurt them. I hope Harry remembers who he's actually messing with. Again, we'll see what happens. Listen, we will see what happens. Listen, William has suggested he cannot forgive his brother for a series of devastating bombs aimed at senior royals, including labeling the king an old man and alleging the heir physically assaulted him, but he did. Pressure is mounting on the heir to step up his duties and responsibilities after the king's cancer diagnosis emerged on Monday. Charles was last month diagnosed, blah, 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 blah. William has not. Yeah. Anyway, this is from the Mirror, so you know they're messing with Williams. They said the Prince of Wales has not yet visited his father since the public announcement by Buckingham Palace, but the two have in recent weeks spent a considerable amount of time together in the lead up to the king's hospital stay. That's a lie. He's likely to be undertaking some duties on his father's behalf, but counselors of the state, which are his old aunt and uncles, who are appointed when the monarch cannot fulfill his duties as head of state, are not expected to be needed. The king will still be dealing with his red boxes to state business and official letters. Y'all listen, where's Kate? Kate hasn't shown her face. Harry's up here taking over. William's throwing the temper tantrum. And the House of Windsor have fallen. And baby, I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it. Anyway, y'all, let me get to some more news. I'll talk to y'all later. But don't forget, Sussex Squad, heavy upload day. Talk to y'all later. Bye. And go watch the old videos and catch up if you haven't. Okay, bye.